University education is the only education sector that lets unqualified people teach our fee-paying students. Academic development is essential to improve teaching practices and thereby student learning outcomes, experiences, engagement. The second thing that I think's important for our universities and why academic development is so important for our universities is that someone has to have the helicopter view. Quite often, colleagues working in improving teaching might be doing that within faculties or within schools and departments. Whereas, as central academic developers, we get to see everything that's going on across the entire university, and we can pull things together in ways which have synergy and usefulness. The MOOC, Contemporary Approaches to University Teaching, was developed by this wonderful team of colleagues from across 10 universities, 10 Aussie universities, led by Swinburne University, funded by my National Teaching and Learning Fellowship, and also with a grant from COLT. Now, cast your minds back to the first semester that you taught. Do you remember how you felt? Yes? Well, when I asked colleagues about that, these are typical responses. Teaching well is a really, really complex task. We're asked to be familiar with our university teaching and learning policies, understand and implement active learning pedagogies. We need to know about assessment strategies, feedback, the list goes on and on and on, and there is no respite. You have to think about absolutely everything all of the time in that first semester. Do you remember? Nothing is automatic. The issue for us as academic developers is that from research that we've done, since 2001, about 25% of universities have provided very, very little teaching induction for the thousands of new staff we hire every year. I thought that this was, as a nation that's so rich and as a sector, we could address and solve this problem. So we could help academic developers, regardless of which universities they're in, to provide teaching induction for their staff. So we took the initiative and we developed this free MOOC. It was launched in January 2018. And you can see there the topics that we address in the MOOC. It's designed to engage an academic for about 2 hours a week across a semester. Having said that though, people can dip in and out as they like. They can choose whatever topics they want to engage with, depending upon their needs and experience. Please note the specialty modules down the bottom here, which we're adding to. Every year we've got teaching science labs coming online next year. We thought that if we developed specialty modules like these, then those institutions which have substantive teaching induction programs would still find things of value for their staff. Is that it? Yep, okay. In the rest of the presentation I'll speak to the award criteria, but I'll just touch on the highlights. So, yes, our MOOC supports learning and teaching, primarily because of the principles that underpin it. I've spoken already about the choice that academics have in the MOOC. It's accessible, it's written in plain language. If you have a device and a connection to the internet, you can enroll. The resources are immediately applicable to professional practice in your classes today. It's distinctive because it's designed for the Australian sector. We're unapologetic about that. It's also comprehensive, unlike other offerings. So for example, the University of New South Wales MOOC focuses on online learning. It's great. The MOOC out of Hong Kong focuses on evaluation of teaching. That's great too. We provide all of the basics for people who are new to teaching. Okay. What's this one? Yes. Learning and teaching units across the nation are spending limited resources on developing the same sorts of programs. This MOOC is innovative because it can be taken wholly into a university's learning management system and customised for their context. And so far, 2 universities have done that. No more reinventing the wheel, thank you very much. It's exemplary, yes. Its design is based on the literature, and we did research in 2016 and 17 that Kath referred to in her introduction. We looked at all of the, we looked at 26 existing teaching induction programs and their design, and then we went ahead and developed it. We had 34 experts from 21 countries develop the modules, and then we had a different 33 experts review them. We had 225 participants actually pilot the MOOC, and then we revised it in light of that feedback. So it's exemplary because it's evidence-based and it's quality assured, from here to Christmas time, actually. Quick look. These are representative quotes from a couple of just many comments that we've had. Karina says it was a godsend for Macquarie because they phased out their teaching induction program and they didn't have anything to immediately replace it. Now, these quotes are nice to have, aren't they? They're lovely, but it's not going to convince anyone in this audience that we've had any impact. Over 2,000 people from 47 countries. 47, can you imagine it? They're the ones marked in dark green, have enrolled in the MOOC. One of the things that really surprised us was that so many people took it again. They've enrolled in first semester, they took it again in second semester. And when we asked why, they came back saying, we love the resources, etc. 2 hours a week seemed so doable at the beginning of the semester, and then work commitments happened and we didn't get to do it, so that's why we've re-enrolled. The relevance and quality of the MOOC, I think, is well demonstrated by the fact that 10 Aussie universities are using it. Some are simply referring their colleagues to it. Deakin, for instance, has taken content from modules and used it in their PD. CSU has developed assessment tasks for their staff who take the MOOC, and then that gives them credit into their graduate certificate. Central Queensland University and Curtin have taken the MOOC entirely into their LMSs. We're working with Hong Kong colleagues to translate it into Chinese. 3,000 universities in China, imagine the reach. And we've got a paper under review in IJAD on teaching induction programs, and we're in the process of writing up comments from the MOOC participants. We've achieved what we wanted to do. Thank you very much.